How much do you love camping? That much. Hey, welcome back to UFishUCamp. We are here today at Allatoona Landing.
Allatoona.
It's Allatoona.
Allatoona.
You know, we're back at Allatoona Landing Campground and Marina. Today we're going to be introducing our camping side of the channel. We're going to be doing a little bit of a review of the campground. Again, thanks for watching. Macy Ray, say hello.
Hello.
Before we begin, I'm going to attach a picture so you can kind of see what the layout of the campground is. So then that way when I attach the first person point of view, really it's just when I rode in the back of the truck and Michaela drove me around the campground so you can see kind of what it looks like. I'll attach the map so you have an idea of what we're talking about. Okay, before we give our review, we want to make sure that we discuss the lots that we like the best and the lots that we probably wouldn't stay at when we come back to the campground. The lots that we really liked start with number 15 and number 84. Those are pull-through lots. 15 had a bunch of room and 84 was a massive lot and it had a lake front. It wasn't right on the water, but you could see the water from it. 92 was right on the water. It was a back end. We thought that lot was pretty cool. Everything on that top loop, 47 through 59, those were also pretty good lots because they're kind of secluded up at the top, so it's a little bit more private. The other lot that we liked, it looked like 44B, kind of near the bathhouse, was a pull-through. It was really long, had tons of room, and if I'm not mistaken, that one looked like it was full hookup. So those were the lots that we liked. Now for the lots that we probably wouldn't stay at.
And 101.
Go in order.
I did. 55, 97, 99, and 101. I know how to count. I got this. Lots 57, 99. No, see, now you got me messed up.
You can't say them in order? Is that the way y'all count in Villarica?
Wow, really? I'm literally reading from your list.
Go ahead.
Okay. Lots 55, 97, 99, and 101 are all good lots. But they did have a lot of water after it rained all day. Especially the 97, 99, and 101. They legit had a creek that you could see where the water runs through. So they had a creek that ran through it. They were nice lots, and if you knew it wasn't going to rain during your stay, those would be great lots. But, like I said, if it does rain, you're going to get wet. Lots 17 and 12, lots 12 and 17. Thank you. Are also tight. 74 as well. So 12, 17, and 74. Again, good lots, but they had a lot of trees and you really have to squeeze in. So if you have a big rig or multiple slides, I would probably avoid 12, 17, and 74. Okay, first off, we'll talk a little bit about what we really liked about the campground. Number one, it was super easy to make reservations. I literally called the Friday before spring break. We checked in on Sunday. They had a lot available. The guy that answered the phone was super nice, helped me out, had all my questions answered immediately, so I really liked that. Number two, check-in on Sunday was super smooth. They had everything ready to go. Everything was good. 10 minutes and we were ready to go at our camp spot. What were you going to say about the lots? I like that all the lots were paved. That was a plus because a lot of places that we've been to, the lots are not paved. So it was really neat to have it all asphalt to where you didn't have to worry about stepping out into dirt or stepping out into mud if it rained.
And that helped this week because it rained the entire last day we were there. So that was definitely a plus for us.
So as a mom, I wanted to make sure that there was a place where I could take Macy Ray to play. They had two playgrounds. The top one was super nice. It had several things that the kids can do, swings, basketball court. It was very nice. The bottom one overlooked the beach, which I thought was pretty cool because you could also let your kids play and have a beach view.
The other thing that I liked, speaking of being a parent, the fact that it was gated. You had to have the code to get in. They did have someone that rode around and kind of made sure that everything was where it needed to be and that really nobody got in that didn't need to be in. So I did feel safer the fact that it had a gate code to get in. Another thing that we really liked were the bathhouses. I'm a stickler for nice bathhouses. I can't stand when you walk in and it's like a 1970s dorm room from college. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This one wasn't like that. They were clean, well kept, and modern. So I really liked that part of it.
They also have a general store when you go in to check in, where they have just several things that you can buy if you forgot something last minute, if you want something to drink, if you forgot something for your RV. They have like the sewer hookup things and the level, what are those level things called? Like the leveling blocks, to where you can level out the camper if need be.
And you're going to have to level the camper. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, so, but it was nice that they had that stuff very conveniently located.
We also noticed that if you don't have your own camper, that this place is still accessible. There were a lot of, I don't really know what they were called or what you would call them, but they're little cottages, like a cottage that you can stay in.
Like a trailer cottage type thing.
Yeah, they had several of those, so even if you don't have a camper and you want to stay there, you can still stay there. If you do have a camper and you got a bunch of people, like your in-laws, that you're like, you know what, I really don't like them, but I don't mind they come, then there's somewhere for them to stay too. The last positive thing that we wanted to mention, I'm a big kayak fisherman, so I was able to take my kayak, and really you can leave it down at the lake. That's how well kept this place is. So I didn't. I elected to bring it back to the camper, but you can leave it down there. A bunch of people had their kayaks they left down there. And I also talked to someone. You might want to check with the people that own the place to make sure I'm right, but I did hear several people say that if you're staying in the campground and you bring a boat, that a boat slip is provided. Again, don't take that from my word. I would call and make sure, but I'm pretty sure that if you have a boat, then you can keep it there for free while you stay at the campground. Anyway, now for a few things that we wish were different. Again, we're not Karens. This is just our opinion. So you can either take it or leave it. This is just what we noticed. Number one is the dump station. Now, I am not knocking that the campground has to have a dump station. It is the Army Corps of Engineers' fault, you know, big government. So they're not allowed to have sewage in most of the campground. So you know that going into it. So I'm not knocking that. But where the dump station is, it is right there at our lot. We stayed in lot number 1, nice lot, full hookup, but every time someone left and they dumped their poo, we could smell it. So I wrote them down.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah. So these lots, number 1, 3, 35, and 37 are all right there at the dump station. Again, they're nice lots, but you're going to smell poop at some point during your stay. So that's something that I wish was different. Okay, the last thing that we wish was different is the levelness of the lots.
Yes.
It took a hot minute. Now, if you're a professional and you camp all the time, and leveling the camper doesn't bother you, which it really doesn't bother us, then it's not a big deal. But just know that when you camp here, more than likely, you're going to have to level your lot. We actually had to go up.
Mommy, Daddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
We actually had to go up on the, will that be the driver's side? The driver's side?
This is America, not Europe, so the driver's side's on the left side.
On the left side. We had to go up on the left side 4 leveling blocks, and it still wasn't level all the way. So that was kind of a
bummer.
Yeah, it was a bummer. It was a bummer.
It's not a huge deal by any stretch, and it's not a knock on the campground. It's just something to consider when you're making your reservation. Make sure you have your blocks, because if you don't, you're going to have to go in the great general store, and it was at a good price, but you're going to have to pay for it, because more than likely you're going to have to level your camper. So just a heads up. And we almost forgot before we quit filming, there are trains. When you look at the reviews online and all the 100 different websites you can find reviews, everyone talks about trains. Now, if you're a train nut like I am, then it wasn't a big deal. If you're a light sleeper, it might wake you up. Now,
might wake you up. Couldn't hear himself snoring, which woke me up. But by golly, let a train come through and blow its horn, and he was up and at the door, ready to listen and see what it was that was going on.
Well, priorities.
For real.
But now, I will say, as a train person, there's not enough trains to justify not staying at this campground, because you would go 7, 8, 9 hours at a time without a train. Now, if it was Folkestone, where we visit every now and then yeah, there's a lot of trains down there. But this line might have had, what, 5, 6 trains in a 24-hour span. So it's really not worth justifying not staying because of the trains. So we can't have a review and not mention the trains. But let's be real. The train thing is not a big deal. So don't let that sway whether you stay at this campground or not.
We hope that this review helps you as much as it would have helped us if we were to have had it before we went. That's kind of our whole goal, is to help when people are going camping in different places. So we hope that it's beneficial for y'all.